I see some of your baldy stuff in here.
Oh no, not the baldy stuff.
I'm trying to see if I could. Oh look, I could find the one that you did that video of being like, here's the way to draw baldy. And one,
Yeah.
two,
Oh, that one's
Mm-hmm,
only on Instagram, the video.
I know it's, but in Twitter. I think you put it on Twitter.
Oh my god, there's a
Oh,
lot of
yeah, I
baldy
did.
going on there. Oh my god, I will
Oh,
not
yeah,
scroll. Okay, I will not scroll too far down. Oh my.
Oh yeah, she. Oh no, yeah. I don't know which one I'm more humming at. There's one piece that's called Two Teasers. That's a commission with some very big.
Ooh, yeah, the
Well,
commissions.
I guess let's not go into this, and curious people can try to find your DA by themselves and see what we are reacting to. But for now, let's start this show. Hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast, where Ain't and Keyframe wonder about random dribble for the last time in October. Neither of us dressed up. Damn it, lost opportunity. Unless we officially make it the Halloween episode next week, even though it's November by then.
I mean, it'll be just the day after Halloween. Yeah. We'll call it Festivus.
We just pretend that this has something to do with time zones, and in Germany it's a day later, even though we're ahead of you in time, and nobody will ever notice. Damn it, I explained it.
No. Happy Halloween. We are dressed as normal people because in reality that the drawing that I made is what we really look like. After this show, I zip off this flesh costume and become my glowy ethereal self. Ethereal self, and then Max takes off all his brown hair chalk. Yes.
But yeah.
Oh, yeah, Tia's just a literal cartoon from Roger Rabbit that found her way out.
Also,
I don't move, sorry. My lipstick is off.
Talking about Tia and her presence here and the ongoing conspiracy, the theory that Tia and Keyframe are actually one and the same person, and there is still no evidence of both of them being on camera at the same time, but we have great proof that Keyframe is a fantastic ventriloquist. Anyways, this was not how you pronounce this word, is it? Anyways,
ventriloquist.
I was close. Welcome to the show for the first time, Keyframe 2.0, or Keyframe's alter ego, also known as GlitchyBits, aka Tia.
I'm sorry, Tia.
I didn't
promise you he'd behave.
Please don't behave. This is entertaining.
At least somebody.
But yes, Tia, who is her own person and own creator and is not just some kind of weird alternate universe version of me. Who are you? What do you do? And why should people care?
Oh, that has an absolutely horrible effect with the green screen.
Who am I?
I am the woman who draws.
I am literally just the woman who draws, and been at it for about 14-ish years. I've got a really strong left arm. It's bigger than the right one. Trust me, you don't want to see it. It's grotesque.
Is it like that one arm is like one of SpongeBob's anchor arms, and the other one is a literal Doofenshmirtz arm that's just really skinny and spindly? Now I'm a jerk and everybody commissions me.
A regular price of about $25 a pick.
Commissions.
What do I do? I just, oh yes, commissions. Yes, I love them. I can't go without them. Sorry, Chris. I'll get done with yours later.
I eat chicken nuggies.
Oh yes, I love my chicken nuggies. But yeah,
yes,
just art. Fandoms, hyperfixations, you all know about my hyperfixations. Doofenshmirtz.
Strike.
And
Baldy.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Commission me.
Yeah, I've known Tia for about, God, when did we meet Tia? We met like 4 years ago? 3 years ago?
I think so. I heard a word about you from Chris, obviously, because you're like, oh yeah.
I think we met in 2016, though.
I think so. Chris is like showing me pictures or telling you about me, and you're just like, oh, like a mini me. And
and then I discovered you're older than me, which is always the greatest discovery to find in my friendships.
Yeah, older and tinier. God.
Well, okay, then the mini-me was literal. Actually, the first time I met you, you were in a fursuit, so...
Oh, I didn't even know you then!
Yeah, you didn't know who I was. I didn't know who you were. You were just a girl in a fursuit at BabsCon. Little do we know, you would be here now. Not in a fursuit.
Yeah.
As far as we know.
It's just funny to
but...
say. I mean, the voice sounds a little bit muffled. She might be in a fursuit.
Yeah, but Tia's a great
know.
artist. Yeah, Tia's a great artist. You guys have probably seen her stuff for aficionados Chris's things. I've commissioned her stuff for like Max's birthday, like the Fallout Ferret and the Fallout Mink. Max has commissioned her for Denim's birthday or Christmas or something with the one that he uses for gaming and ties. We've all have given money to Tia. We have all simped Tia at some point.
We
yes.
have simped her.
We have all simped her at some point,
spoilers.
and y'all should still simp her. Because Tia's going to be doing artwork for my eventual cover of Addict. It's just,
yes.
Tia costs money. She is worth money. Money that I don't have.
As every artist should be.
Yes. But Tia, what's been going on recently in the life of Glitchy Bits? Has anything interesting been happening?
Oh, honestly, just discovering new people that I looked up to way back in the good old DeviantArt days. Actually going out, seeing a movie, but I will say Monkey Wrench has pretty much taken over my life because I finally got to meet Zarel, a dude who's been on DeviantArt for over a decade. And
that's like one of your
managed to
that is like most internet artist people's like animator senpais is Zarel.
Oh yeah, the squishy animator himself, all of those smear frames, all of those squash and stretch, but being in contact with him on Discord and everything, having like quality time, DKO, draw piles, watching Roger Rabbit last night. Roger Rabbit! Yes!
Ah, that's great.
It's a dream. It's a dream come true. Cause you a
That's
goddamn
so nice.
monkey, Tia. Chris, you are absolutely right.
Yeah, I mean you are. There's no denying that deep down you are the proof that we evolved from monkeys in feralness.
I'm flattered.
You are the proof of evolution. You dunk on those fundamental.
You're damn right.
Oh, you humans and your ancestry.
Yeah, sorry that we all can't be made in a factory and our grandparents are just like fucking Commodores.
Excuse me, I am the peak of German engineering.
Lovely.
What
I am going to crack open a cold one. Give me a second.
Oh my. Great, now I want
nice.
one too.
No,
anyways,
we are not drinking on the show today.
Emphasis today.
Today. But yeah, so if there's nothing else going on, I guess we can get through this week's segment fast. Max, what have you been up to?
I have discovered two new loves for myself, which are very disturbing to me. I mean, one I talked about last week, as in Dark Souls. I kept playing it. I kept playing it even without British Ninja holding my hand.
I saw Denim's tweet about you yelling about someone with fire.
The bell tower gargoyles. So I defeated the first one, was already pretty beaten up, and then the second one comes down, starts attacking, and he breathes fire. This fucker breathes fire. Nobody told me that he would do that.
Dark Souls doesn't tell you, dear. Dark Souls doesn't tell you anything. The thing that I found infuriating about Dark Souls is that its little tutorial bloodstains usually tell you the instruction after you need to use it.
Oh yeah, like cursed. I got my first Basilisk curse today as well, or was it yesterday? I don't know. But yeah, I kept playing it. I am by now in the depths. I have cleared out the depths, and now I'm currently too afraid to pass through the White Fork to face the next boss.
You need British to hold your hand.
Now I defeated a few bosses by myself in the meantime. No, it's like when you have souls you are carrying around, you are like, I don't want to go into a boss fight because I will die at least once, and I do something stupid on my way back to the boss, and then I lose all my stuff.
Then you stop playing.
No.
No. I'm just saying. I'm not telling you to stop playing. I'm just saying that's what happens if you're like, I don't want to lose my souls, but I don't want to fight the bosses. You're at an impasse.
Yeah, I have been there very long recently, and I believe I chatted a little bit with British Ninja and was like, hey, what do I do best now? But no, I actually kept playing the other game, which is a very masochistic thing I discovered. Nobody will guess it. It's completely niche. No, not every other gamer is playing it at the moment. No guess?
I mean, do you want us to guess?
Yeah, I mean, Phasmophobia.
Oh,
yeah.
man, I should have guessed.
You see? Yeah, so Shuggle gifted me out of the blue Phasmophobia, Shuggle Phasmophobia a while ago, and was like, yo, Square, play this game, you Square. And I was like, okay. I apparently respond to this kind of treatment. And the plan was also, I already planned, because we saw some let's plays of it, especially from Markiplier, which I can link down below, that I wanted to play this self-advertisement incoming on Halloween, which would be next Saturday. Not too late because German times, but from my point of view, late afternoon, evening, probably joined by Chuggle Debuggle and potentially Solar Flare. But yeah, I played this a little bit so far to not go in completely noob, and it's fun. But oh boy, if you're not in the right mood, you're talking about being at an impasse and not being able to move. Like, shit, I don't want to go back in there, but we need to collect one more evidence. But the ghost already spooked and killed one of us. I really don't want to.
Oh, man.
Solar gifted me that game, and I haven't played it yet. So if you need another person...
Chloe has gifted me the game, but I know that I'm too much of a goddamn wimp to actually go in and play
fair
it.
warning to people. I didn't realize we were already getting into medias, but
no, this wasn't my media.
That game is a lot of terrifying stuff. If you are squeamish to horror games, Phasmophobia is not for you.
Yeah, I would recommend not getting it yourself. Either watch Mark's or Jacksepticeye's Let's Play, which I will link down below, or wait until next Saturday and watch it live on this very Twitch, or on the Twitch down below if you're watching the show on YouTube. And yeah, I would say if you can only have 4 players, but if somebody drops out, sure, if you feel up like it, Key, you are welcome to join. We can also play it at a different time. Same for you, dear. If you feel like picking it up,
join us.
One of us.
One of us.
I'm small and scared. I can't do it.
You can. I mean, look, the small and scared ones usually survive in the horror movies. So,
I got killed nearly every round when we played it the other day, so...
Yeah, so there you go.
But yeah,
so you found 2 games. Is that all?
That is basically what happened this week, out of the ordinary, like work and stuff. So yeah, that's my week. Join next week, and potentially Phasmophobia as my official media next week if I have more new stuff to say about it. Not sure.
Cool. I guess now it's on to me. I don't have a week. My week didn't happen. I just kind of out of existence. But stuff happened on Sunday.
Oh.
Sunday was...
It sounds like a segue.
Yeah. Sunday was me and Lauren's 12th anniversary.
Aww.
Me and her have known each other for 12 years. And if anyone knows me, if I love you, I will celebrate our anniversary. Hate that I have 3 of them. Most people just have 1. But I exaggerate. But no, for me and Lauren's anniversary, I got her this bit. I showed it off on the cast where she guessed where I had like the big book of all the different artworks from the Disney parks. She loved that, and then she got me this. It's a wood carved Scooby Dooby.
That's
Like,
precious.
It's from a collection from Jim Shore, and that she was like looking around. She was trying to be like, I have to find something that has Shaggy in it or a Lupin thing, and she found this. It's called Rut-Row, and I actually really like it. It's really cute. I like the wood carving, like, because if you actually looked at it, it looks like chunks have been taken out of it bit by bit. It's not smooth, which I really dig. And the other thing she got me, which I still haven't taken off the shirt that I wore because I'm lazy, is she got me like these cool Lupin pins. Like these.
Oh shit! Yeah.
She gave me Lupin, and I have Fujiko in my pocket somewhere, and she kept Zenigata and Jigen.
I had a feeling she kept Zenigata.
There's no love for Goemon. Sad. But
next week, appreciate Goemon week.
But in Orange County, which is the county below LA County, they have lightened up certain restrictions, and that includes movie theaters. So, because in LA County, every movie theater is closed still. I don't blame them, but in Orange County, they still do Fathom events, which is what does international releases. So me and Lauren went to go see the one day out of this entire year that they had the English dub of the Lupin, the first movie. Transitioning to media.
I see what you did there.
And me and Tia will talk about this because we both went to go see the movie on the same day. Because apparently it just aired the same day at the same time for everyone in the United States.
It did.
New conspiracy theory. Abby is glitchy.
No.
I
mean, let me just say though, Lauren and Tia have gotten along so well since they've started to get to know each other. They like feed into each other's feralness. Lauren makes so much more self-indulgent art now because of Tia.
I tend to have that kind of effect on people, which is wonderful. It's wholesome.
Yes. Hey, I don't mind because it makes people draw art of me and Lupin, which I do not mind. But no, Lupin the First.
I have no idea what you're referring to. I'm just slow, sorry.
That was done by our friend Lizzie, who's a sweetheart. But but no, yeah, I already talked about Lupin the First, the original Japanese with subtitled version on the cast before. But the dub is a completely different entity because I know that there's the huge arguments of what is the superior way to watch an anime, and people shitting on
learning Japanese, obviously.
Sub and dub debate.
Yes, and some people use the argument that the inflections that are in the Japanese language just simply do not translate to Western languages, and that is true. But I would argue it's more of a case-by-case basis because there's simply just some animes that do translate well to a Western tongue. And Lupin is one of them because Lupin was literally based down to visual style on Western properties because the art style is based off the Mad comics, and the character and the type of plots are based off of French mystery novels. So it's only anime in the fact that a Japanese person made it.
Do you not see the spaghetti-legged moo man face-ass men in this? It's Western.
Exactly. It's very Western, but oh my goodness. It's such a good movie. I would say of any of the Lupin properties, and Tia, I guess you've seen a good handful of Lupin, so you can.
Yes, I've been around Chris long enough to actually see
agree
almost
or
a
disagree with me
50-year
on
franchise.
This.
Agree.
You can agree or disagree with me on this. I think this is the single best piece of Lupin media to introduce people to Lupin with.
I wholeheartedly agree, but there also is another one that could be pretty first-time Lupin Virgin movie, which is Castle of Cagliostro, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah. Well, see, I agree to disagree with that. Yeah, I like that one.
Oh, that one you
I
do
agree
like.
to.
Damn it.
What? It's cute. Um, and I like it when Lauren draws you. But no, the thing is, Lupin the First to me has the best mixture of the original stuff with Lupin, such as like the original manga, Part One, Mamo, a bunch of like original Lupin stuff. Where Lupin's not exactly a good guy; he's kind of a chauvinistic person. Let's put it like that. And Castle of Cagliostro, which is the Miyazaki movie, which is a lot softer
That
and a
was the
much
right one.
more heroic knight in shining armor Lupin.
So would you suggest watching Cagliostro after the first?
Yes, I would say that if I had to give an order of like Lupin movies to watch, the first is the best mixture of everything. And I think it's the best interpretation of what Lupin has been since Part 2, where it's like he's not a good guy, but he's not a bad guy, and he has a moral compass. He's a thief with a moral compass. And then Cagliostro, because the significance, because it is a Miyazaki movie, and then maybe after that you go into the more in-depth stuff. Fuck off. I'm trying to talk about my media. You know, stuff like Mystery of Mamo, the actual series, and all that stuff. But the dub is fantastic. They got all the people that they've been using for the dubs recently back. Tony Oliver and Richard Epcar play Lupin and Jigen. And they've been doing Lupin and Jigen since Part 2 back in the 80s. And they still sound perfect.
They do.
And Lex Lang, who plays Dr. Neo Cortex in fucking Crash Bandicoot, voices Goemon, and he's just perfect. He's a perfect boy.
I can only see him up on screen.
What? What's on screen?
I was saying, since Lex Lang, who plays Neo Cortex in Crash, plays Goemon in Lupin, I can only see and hear Neo Cortex up on Lupin the Third, the First.
Lupin the Third, the First. Yeah, but it's a really good movie. I laughed a lot. I will say there's a moment in the movie that takes place with a twist of what is the villain's motivation. And when and Lauren's never seen the movie. I've seen the movie already in Japanese. She hasn't. And when they started saying certain words, she was like, "No, they're not going to do that."
No.
What? And then there was a picture of a certain should have been dead political figure that pops up, and Lauren goes full across two chairs like, what the fuck? And everyone in the theater is like, are you kidding me? Like, people were audibly going
in this movie.
In that movie. I need to get you to see this movie because it is fucking hilarious. I mean, what was your reaction to it, Tia? I've been talking a lot about it, but I know you need to go see the movie.
My reaction is 3 words, and Chris knows full well, but I screamed them like a feral little child.
What the fuck?
No. It's fucking bleep.
Should we put the spoiler alert up?
I don't know.
Okay, the spoiler alert is up. So there's a picture of Hitler. They bring up that they think that Hitler is alive and living in Argentina, so they're trying to get this device that the crew is searching for, which they've been searching for since World War II to try to bring back the Third Reich.
And my reaction to that picture was just me screaming.
It's amazing. You know what? Lupin has fought Nazis many times in its franchise.
Many times.
More times than I think is probably healthy.
Because he's French.
He is. He is French. He probably has done more as a French person to fight the Nazis than the actual French people did to fight the Nazis. But, I also, you get to hear Lupin say, Nazis lose, which...
Yes!
I'm glad we have that voice clip now. When this movie goes on digital download, people will probably use that on Twitter as a response. But no, I think this movie is approachable to people who are Lupin fans and who aren't. Yes. And who aren't, because it's just overall a well done action adventure movie. If you like fun adventure movies like Hobbs and Shaw, you would definitely like it. But it has slow moments where it's needed, but it's not too slow. Because I know that some people hate the kind of forward momentum and then whiplash of some movies where it's like action, 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 nothing. Action, 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 nothing. There's always something going on, and it also helps with how great the animation is.
Oh god, the animation. If not for the story, watch it for the animation. I know that's like some weird to say, but yeah, but
it's one of the most beautiful movies to come out in the past few years. Like it's such a wonderfully stylized film. I think it looks better than some Pixar movies have looked recently.
I can agree
because
with
it
that.
because it actually does something different than the usual cut and paste models. It tries to look like its own thing because it's translating Lupin's art style, and I love the expressions.
They do a damn good job of it.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
It's so.
Do you think that there's anyone that wouldn't like this movie, Tia? Like who this wouldn't be their cup of tea?
I mean, if they're a literal Nazi, then I feel like they'd hate it. I don't think I've actually encountered anyone that I think that would dislike this movie, because no one that I know doesn't like fun. So.
Well, I don't. Sorry, I'm out.
You! This is a wonderful person.
I hate that he can just disappear into it. It's like those fucking disassociation memes that Maid shows up where it's like, my final message, goodbye. But but most people that we've met, when we show Lupin to them, they automatically fall in love with the franchise. So it's like, I really think if you've been hearing all this Lupin hype and you want to see what it's about, Lupin the First is your best bet. It does go on digital download in December, so... And we all know that illegally it'll probably be available somewhere soon, but we're not saying
just go on Kim Cartoon.
Find it. Yeah, but
who knows? Maybe it even comes in German cinemas at some point.
Maybe so hopefully in English OVA and not in whatever German dubbing they give Lupin. I've never heard of Lupin German dub. I'm going to look that up. Well,
please,
Tia, why don't you talk about Monkey Wrench?
Oh my god, again? I'm gonna overload the chat with this
now
stuff.
Now it's your official media.
Now it's your official media.
Oh, yes, there's Monkey Wrench. Oh, man.
Good thing we brought it back.
I have been... I have been hyper fixated with these characters, or
really?
two of them.
I wouldn't be able to tell.
No one can tell at all, but for these characters,
Oh, wrong one. Sorry.
Oh no, my heart. But two of these characters, specifically the top left and the big beard dude there, have been living in my mind rent-free for about a decade. I guarantee people here haven't seen a little animation called Lardass, made by Zarel himself. Oh yes, the simping. Exactly, Netro. But this thing has been in the works for, I don't know, I'd say about maybe 3 months so far, with Zarel working on animation and everything. They have the pilot down, they have the whole animatic down, they have the voice actors. All the voice actors! God! Making friends with a voice actor is fun, by the way. But, you get all the voice clips you want, they tease you, they make your life a living hell. But, yeah, this community that they've got so far, all the fan art, all the animations coming in, all the scenes that are being made, it's absolutely stunning to see what a few people can do with, money. But, just this whole thing, it's coming to fruition so quickly, and it's amazing to see it just live and connecting with people during streams and learning a little bit more about animation throughout the thing, because holy shit, animation, anyone who is in here who has tried animation, I'm sorry. It seems like a process, but
the whole point of animation is the process. It's making a
yeah,
bunch of mediocre drawings to make one good movement.
exactly. 2 seconds can take
Too long.
days, weeks,
years,
depending on the character.
Yeah, but what is Monkey Wrench about? Like, can you give anything about the plot?
The plot, I don't have much about it. It's literally just dudes in space. I might be wrong here, but it's about these mercenaries who are basically what is that? Like hunting for people for bounty hunters. I'm guessing.
Yeah, bounty
I might be
hunters.
wrong. Bounty hunters, which is basically what I've seen from previews on his Twitter. But space bounty hunters who go into people who are trying to do something opposite. Bang bang shoot shoot. Portal in the back
Rudy
of the head.
Tooty McShooty.
Birds. Rudy Tooty McShooty. Trump bird. Tiny cat with PTSD. Shrek wants his pizza. Oh, Tiana.
So, do you think, like, people who, like, what is your way to tell people, like, to support this series? Like, if you like this or that, you may like Monkey Wrench.
If you like Cowboy Bebop, you will like Monkey Wrench.
Probably with a more
that's
cartoony,
a good elevator pitch.
Yeah, but then again,
Yeah.
probably with
Definitely
a
with the-
little bit of more colorful character designs, because Cowboy Bebop is a
As
surprisingly
we can see.
realistic one. I mean, yeah, what we see there is, I mean, they had a dog, but he wasn't wearing a spacesuit.
I mean, as long as we don't get Shrike going through a window and then we hear.
You'll get
But yeah, colorful, but who should not touch it? Who should stay away? Do those people even exist?
I don't think they exist, my dude.
But I mean, you can
I
also
think I
say
have
it's
too
not
much of a
raunchy
positive
show.
outlook on this.
You can say it's like it's not a raunchy show. It's like what PG.
Oh, it's definitely not a raunchy show. They're definitely holding back in case they get picked up by something. But I think they're aiming for Netflix so they can actually do more things and like not hold back. So there's definitely no raunchy things as I've seen from Zarel.
It's a safer pilot than say Has Been.
Definitely.
There we go. Like, I guess the best ways to compare it is other pilots that are its contemporary, like Helva and Has Been and stuff like that.
It's definitely a much different thing than Helva and Has Been. It's gonna be fun, to be honest, from what little I've seen.
All right. Well, I guess in the description we'll have Zarel's Twitch because that's where he streams most of the progress for this. So people can keep an eye out because he does Twitch like a lot.
Okay, good to know.
Yep, every time at 2:00 p.m. Mountain Time. I'm guessing he's here in Arizona with me.
I guess I put on in his Twitch and his Twitter, since there seems to also be stuff.
Yeah.
And SpongeBob and this guy. Yeah.
But there you go. I guess it's off to you, Max.
Yeah.
I can't guess what your media is.
Totally not. It's nothing that flashed over the screen already twice. Yes, so...
the last season of Kipo.
The last season of Kipo. I will probably... I will try to keep it spoiler-free here. I will link down Sarcastic Chorus's take on it in the description down below in case you already watched it and or do not care about spoilers, because he reflects a lot. He tackles a lot of the points that I also felt. It's Kipo, great show, has a good and ending. It doesn't have this horrible fizzling out that Voltron had, or it has a proper
it knew what it wanted to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It has a proper and
Thank
conclusive ending. people can probably hear the butt already creeping in. I have to say the third season is the weakest.
I agree.
With the this is probably not a spoiler since his name is there from the beginning, with Charlemagne as a main antagonist getting built up through season 1 and 2, and then having this weak ass replacement for season 3 as top antagonist was a drop. Kipo is I would say too competent in her abilities by now. So it's this entire discovery about herself was also kind of concluded mid season 2. And it's like it neatly, they could have neatly ended after season 2, and that would have been fine. Season 3 still good. That's a brutal thing. I don't want to shit on season 3.
It's the weakest, but it's not bad.
Exactly.
It's not
good.
bad. It's just the weakest of a lot of good.
Yes, and that's the thing. Like, while in the first 2 seasons, I'm not sure if there was a single episode that I disliked. Here, there were some episodes that I were like, that didn't really get us any further forward. I don't know. Then there is there is one thing that I need to address without spoiling it. There is, at the very end, an absolute asinine sacrifice. It felt like this is the thing. The last season, the closer we came to the finale, it felt like they played trope bingo. They avoided certain tropes where I was like, whoa, they didn't go that direction. Wow, I am surprised. Positively, properly. As in, we have a... Is this a spoiler? Let's just say we have a true evil, unredeemable villain. Like, wow, normally in a kids show there is redemption, but no, they pulled out some stunts for her to do where it's like, mofo, whoa, what's happening?
No, she's not going to. They are not going to. Well, 90% of the cast is girls, so. But like they. I agree with you. I watched the last season of Kipo too, and the sacrifice at the end is kind of bull. It feels like if you it's like they didn't have to do this with. Okay, it's the equivalent of the sacrifice that they made in Voltron. Let's be real here. You did not have to sacrifice Allura in Voltron at the end.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary.
And even so here's the thing, from a meta level, is a question like, is it necessary? And I would say no. And then the execution. You had, in the final battle, you had multiple characters pull off stunts so much more risky and ending so much worse, where like, dead, should be dead, completely dead, no human survives that. And then you have the final sacrifice, which is like, that's bullshit.
Oh my god.
But
I
nevertheless,
hate when shows do that.
Yes.
But it's not a bad season.
But
that's the thing. You constantly have to make the qualifier. Yes. It's not bad, but you expect better from a show that's so good.
True. and maybe to bring it to that point that so I had this moment which obviously invoked emotions in me, which were not positive. But then we have the final moments of the show, and they made up for it. It was like, that is a great send-off. This is the final scene, beautiful send-off. Okay, 2 thumbs up. Everything is redeemed. Go watch this show. No way around it.
I do have a question.
Yes.
I do have a question. And it's something that's been brought up with most of the DreamWorks animated shows for Netflix, so Voltron, She-Ra, Kipo. And it came up a lot in Kipo now, that because of what the last scene was. Do you think that any shows deserve... And we're getting into questions, so I guess this is the first question of the Q&A.
Ooh, and it comes from ourselves. We should maybe start this to do this more often.
Is there a show where you think it would benefit from a future treatment, like an epilogue series that has a time jump?
Somebody is still on the Steven Universe Futures train.
Well,
Oh
no,
my God.
I do. Well, people
it's
always
there.
talk about a reboot, or when it comes to a video game, a rehydrated treatment, that kind of
But
thing.
yeah,
But I think like a future treatment
specific-
where we have a time jump and you have to, not only do you see the characters age, like physically age,
but
you also see the what happens after ever after kind of thing.
also with specifically an epilogue aspect to it, like the final
Yeah,
episode.
like an epilogue mini-series, like not a full-blown future, not like a full-blown multi-season thing, just like one season epilogue kind of thing.
Or what about final episodes, like MLP? Final episode was also future treatment?
Yes, but I mean like a full mini-series.
A mini-series, okay. Because
not just a peak, a mini-series.
So specifically not Dragon Ball Z, where the majority of the show comes after the time gap, or in general any time gap shenanigans.
No One Piece thing either.
No, but also, so not a continuation, really epilogue, but quantity-wise a mini-series.
If you had to give a show 13 episodes and a time jump.
I mean, yes and no.
And this is for all three of us. So like Tia, if there's any shows that you're like, I wonder what these people are like when they're older.
Yeah, and for chat and YouTube
I
comments
think I got
too.
something like something just popped in my head. I don't know why, but something after Into the Florpus. I don't know why.
Ooh,
but
so like a time jumped Invader Zim.
Oh, there's so much
a
time.
time jumped Dib, Gaz, possibly a dead Membrane with like Dib taking over what Membrane did, and a still tiny Zim. I don't know why, but that's
because Zim's technically like ageless, because the only reason why the Almighty Tallest are actually long is because they're in giant costumes. They're not actually lanky.
Yes.
That would be interesting to see, because Dib would have all the smarts of his dad, but all the conspiracy theory of himself.
Oh, that is chaotic.
But would this be...
That would be...
Are we talking epilogue season, or are we talking spin-off here? Because this has spin-off potential.
It has spin-off potential, but I would like to think maybe it would be such a joke on the incompetence of Zim, is that it took him nearly like 30 years to come up with a new phase 2.
Yes! And he's still sitting on the toilet.
And maybe the Almighty Tallest come back from the Florpus because it was just a wormhole in time. So there's or maybe Zim discovers that the Armada was put into a Florpus, so he has to make a new Armada himself. Because that's the thing. Zim is terrifying because he's not stupid. He's just broken. And because there was a whole deleted episode of Zim where they were like, they were going to try to erase his memory pack, the backpacks they all have, with the brains that are inside of his world. And once they plugged it into the brains went insane because Zim is so psychopathic. So a spin-off or a time jump series of Zim would be interesting. I'm down with that. I'm down to clown.
Yay.
But what about you, Max?
Specific. Here's really the thing, like, which just came up with Zim, that it's very easy to just drift into not epilogue with a nice bow tie on top of it, but an entire spin-off after the time gap, or a continuation, because I am down for a She-Ra continuation. It probably would also work.
But that one I think could either be a movie or one full season. I don't think it needs to be a full spin-off.
Oh, it doesn't.
I have slept on that show.
You would like it. It fits you.
Oh, then please go and watch it. It's only 5 Netflix seasons, which are short.
I mean, one season is literally 7 episodes, so...
And, it's fantastic last season. So, that's how you do a last season. Let people go out with a great impression. It's good, but the rest was better feeling, which is so sad, because you want to love it. Yeah.
She-Ra's the strongest of the DreamWorks animated series for Netflix.
Well, I'll have to start out with it then. Strongest goes first.
Strongest goes. And then I would argue you would also really like Kipo, especially with the shape-shifting mutant stuff that they have in there.
Oh, I've seen things about
you have
it.
not watched
putting
Kipo
that on
yet.
my list.
Yeah.
Oh. You by your reactions earlier, I thought you were familiar with it. Sorry.
I mean, probably familiar with the
Yeah.
existence of it, not the world of the internet. You know basically everything about something, but you don't have to watch a single episode.
But yeah,
I'd sleep on a lot of shows.
But trying to still answer the question, like with She-Ra could go. I have because of this feeling like if they stay on their planet, there's not a lot to do. So not even for a season, to be honest. It's just
No, they
like
would
this
probably,
would be
unless they
completely
did
slice
like
of life.
jump backs. Unless they did jump backs between the best friend squad doing space things and maybe back on Earth with the other princesses, because I know that the creator said that what she envisions for Entrapta and Hordak is that they go to Beast Island and fix it.
But yeah.
So, but that would be like an episode or two. I don't think that would be like a full thing.
Yeah, that's an interesting one from Denim for Avatar: The Last Airbender. Because I mean,
with the gang as adults,
yeah,
with fleshing out the flashbacks with Korra where they were adults.
Yeah,
that would be cool. Because the thing is, I have put Avatar and Korra aside because there's so many comic book continuations of both Avatar and Korra that I'm like, all the ideas I would have for an epilogue or spin-off would just be animated adaptations of the comics.
Which speaks
Give
for the
me an
quality
animated
of the
adaptation of Zuko meeting his mom. Fuck off with that noise, Nickelodeon. I don't care that you made a graphic novel. It's not enough. But let's see. I mean, weirdly enough, I would like an epilogue or spin-off that shows the Steven universe characters that aren't Steven. So Jasper's continuation, hearing the stories that they couldn't get through. Especially since I've been hearing about the end of an era art book for Steven Universe, and they had a whole episode that was fixed on how Rhodonite, the off-color fusion, got together. Which the whole thing is that every time that the Morganite that owned the Ruby and Pearl that made Rhodonite got together, they rejuvenated them, so they lost their memories, but they kept falling back in love with each other. And I'm like,
oh my god,
oh, that would be so cute.
I need this.
I need it. But no, I think if I had to pick, as much as I don't like the finale, Chris can smite me where I stand. I want an epilogue series for Star versus the Forces of Evil.
Oh, I had a feeling it was Star.
I mean, there are enough unanswered questions.
There's so many unanswered questions. I fully don't believe that all magic is destroyed.
Yeah, exactly. They might even be able to retcon it a little bit to be like, hey, the world is not as uninteresting as we made it look in the final moments.
I mean, yeah, I think maybe humans' concentrated control on magic is gone because that fucking yellow goo was just concentrated magic. But I don't think magic in of itself is gone. I think magic is kind of like an atmosphere kind of thing. What is it, like the midichlorians? It's inside of everyone.
I remember you saying this a while back.
Yeah, and then Chris is like, "You're wrong. You're dumb."
No, Chris, you're wrong.
Even Sean is like, "Yeah, no, the finale wasn't that great." And then Chris is like, "But Baby got with Marco."
Just because she's Baby doesn't mean things are good.
Doesn't mean that her and Marco are a good match. Not when they develop Tom so much.
Yeah. Plus the other. Nah. What's her name?
Oh,
the fluffy one.
Jana.
Oh,
no, Kelly.
No, Kelly. Yeah, Kelly and Marco had also a so much better and healthier relationship than this codependent BS from the protagonist couple, quote unquote.
Yeah, but you know what? There's my answer. That was the host question for the week, I guess. Yeah. But on to the actual fan questions. We did get one on Twitter from J-Rock.
We did, of course. J-Rock, as always.
Coming in with the clutch.
Holding up the fort. For all three, would you rather have the ability to jump into shows or have the ability to jump into games?
Oh no.
Here, I have a question on top of that to make the qualifier. if we jumped into games, would we have the abilities of the main characters, or would it be like that Ryan Reynolds good guy movie that's coming out where you're just an NPC?
Oh my
No,
god.
that's also protagonist or dope in the background. I mean, we also talk. It's also the thing that we are not just picking a specific one, but just the one big thing over the other.
Yeah, because I guess jumping into shows to me sounds more fascinating because there's just more variety in worlds to me in the current age of shows than there is in the current age of video games. But video games also have the plus of there's certain depending on the game you go into, you could automatically have certain abilities. Where in the show, it's a complete toss-up whether I'm just a schlub in the background or if maybe I am someone who has Compound V inside of me. You know, so it's like
yeah, but
that's the whole gamble.
Yeah, I have a similar thought. Like with a show, it's usually protagonist centered. While in a game, depending on what game you end up in, it's like, yeah, everybody has the potential, but well, some NPCs just stand there and run a shop while others pick up the sword and do the venturing themselves. So I might go for Game World, but it's super hard because there are bazillion games and there are bazillion TV shows. So yeah.
As long as it's not the cyber chase, like the Scooby-Doo and the cyber chase thing, where I have to beat the game to get out. Because Lord knows, if I accidentally fall into Dark Souls one day because I sneezed too hard and my power activated, I'm gonna be stuck in there forever, and I'm just gonna keep dying by the fire. It's like, what about you, Tia? Would you rather jump into shows or jump into games?
Knowing me, shows definitely. I am. To be honest, if it were any show that I watch, you know that I would be the background recurring character just staring into the camera like that's my man right there.
You'd be the derpy hooves of the universe, just kind of always being like
I'd be
that
the derpy
Easter
hooves,
egg.
but I'd be creeping on the main character or the character that I've clinged onto. But with games,
that's actually great.
Oh yes.
You're like, you saw the MLP movie, right, Tia? That one bearded pony who weirdly had like a few lines be like, Twilight Sparkle did it! It's like,
yes!
You'd be that. Like, who are you? Why are you here, and why do you have this line?
Or you gaining this power might turn into might turn many beloved kids shows suddenly R-rated.
Oh, hon, you know it.
You're the one that gets the show on 4chan, which starts a fandom that makes much porn.
What happened? What happened to Finn and Finnegan?
You two better watch out. I'll be turning every show that I go into Roger Rabbit. Trust me.
Oh my.
That is the fun thing, and it's probably why I would pick shows, is because it would be cool to jump into places and see myself turn into the art style of that show and be like,
yes,
hell yeah, hell yeah.
The power of Tia.
Yes.
But honestly, with games, the things that I thought about was just all old Naughty Dog games, especially like Crash Bandicoot. Shit.
You running
Why am I
around
thinking
picking
Spyro?
up peaches.
Yes, picking up peaches. Oh man, if I were in Jack, the Jack trilogy.
Oh, you would be. That's the thing. I thought you would pick games because there's so many furry games that I know you'd like that you would just want to jump into. You jump into Jack, you jump into Ratchet,
games, though.
It doesn't matter. You'd be furry.
Sky Cooper.
Anyways, next.
I'd have those big ass ears. I'll have so much fun. I could hear everything.
I could hear the coding. I could hear the ones and zeros.
But yeah, it's all yours. That was my one Twitter question I had.
All right. So Grandma Denim Kraken Ninja asks, here's a simple question. What is your favorite part of autumn? What is your favorite part of the fall season? It's not fucking hot.
Is it Halloween? Oh wait, this was actually Chuggle's follow-up, wasn't it? And why is it Halloween? Yeah, as a German, it actually isn't for me. Sorry.
It's not Halloween for me either. Halloween out of the 3 later season holidays was actually my least favorite, simply because I'm not too much into candy, and I already cosplay.
No, not Oktoberfest, Odie.
God damn it. I don't know. I like the aesthetic of fall.
Good point.
I like the colors. I like the colors, and I like the fact that I could draw characters wearing sweaters and stuff. I mean, the longest time, my desktop was just a dumb drawing I did of me in an oversized sweater. So, which was probably one of the beginnings of my, like, little squishy Karen style with the big eyes and the squishy heads. So,
Autumn goes from when to when?
Probably like late September all the way till probably late November. You know, when the snow starts to fall. You know, when they start putting out the Christmas decorations is when it ends.
No, it's not even Halloween yet. I don't want to see Christmas things in stores.
Shut up! I want Christmas now.
I do want Christmas too, but
holly jolly tidings, motherfucker.
I don't want to be dying here in Arizona, 120-degree heat in summer. Get me out of here.
Well, since I have my local American now living with me and getting all the differences between culture pointed out to me, Christmas stuff starts selling in Germany at this time because we don't have Halloween. So it's already Christmas everywhere.
Hell yeah!
Lucky you.
But no, also that is also not my favorite part of autumn. I'm feeling a little bit torn about saying the weather because I mean, at least in my area, because on the one hand,
fuck off, Odie. Fuck off,
Odie. What is
Odie.
he saying?
He puts the Chrissy in Chrissymas. I hate that.
Wonderful, beautiful. Get out.
Fuck off.
No, but I cannot bike everywhere anymore without getting sick. So I'm missing the bike, which I can use in the summer. But besides that, autumn has the nicest temperatures to be outside, to just wear a coat and
to exist.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. You're not sweating your ass off like you do in summer. Even so, I'm liking summer, but it's also not too cold yet. So that's one thing I really like about autumn. And if I can throw in another one, pumpkins. I like stuff like pumpkin soup and so on, and nibbling on pumpkins and they are an autumn thing.
And autumn is like those times where you have good temperatures, but not the pollen of spring. Because people will be like, what about spring? Mm-hmm. If you have allergies, spring is the hell month for you.
That's
or
probably
the hell
why,
season.
That's probably why my mind even didn't acknowledge spring as an option. But yeah,
you know how much it sucks being a transition month baby? Let me be real here. I like being a March baby, mostly because I wasn't born in February like I was supposed to. So I'm not winter. But the gamble of whether my weather is going to be nice or bad is beyond my control, because March is the month that comes in like a lion, leaves like a lamb, and I'm stuck right in the fucking middle of it. It could be pouring rain, it could be as hot as hell, or it could still be snowing, and I don't know. I've had so many birthdays that it's either, oh, you're going to Universal? How about pouring rain?
God.
Literally this year had the best weather out of all the birthdays I've had. I don't know if I could count 2019 because I spent my birthday inside of a dome. But I would still say the best weather I had was this year. Why was my best birthday this year? Was that an omen?
But yeah.
But what about you, Tia? What's your favorite thing about fall?
It's literally just the cool weather, because as I guarantee pretty much everyone here knows, I am a December baby. I love the cold. I can't get enough of the cold. If there is even anything above 90 degrees, I will end up with a massive migraine and anxiety. Ooh, boy.
But we need to switch places.
No,
I like the heat.
Please. I hate it here.
Give me your heat.
Is California really that much colder?
Compared to Arizona, which literally has some of the hottest temperatures consistently.
Which literally is Satan's rectum, yes.
people live in Arizona out of spite. They didn't move there because of it. They moved there out of spite or because it's a retirement community. Families sent their parents there to die.
No wonder there's so many old people here.
They're waiting to be sacrificed to the heat gods. But
What is it with,
there you go.
man.
There's your answer.
what is it with old people
Screw this place.
moving into far too hot places, especially for their
Yeah, because
circulation?
Florida is also
exactly.
one of those.
And Florida is a place where I've been told that there's always tropical climate. Like this isn't healthy for
always
humans.
cold.
Is the European equivalent like Spain or Turkey? Like, what is the?
I mean, my
Do you people?
my parents.
I know you have a
spend-
time. I know your family has a timeshare in Spain,
Yeah,
so I'm just
not,
like.
not, yeah, no, they
But that's
spend half
their
the year
choice.
down
That's
there.
not you guys
Exactly.
sending them there to go die of
No,
heat stroke.
Exactly. Also, I believe Spain is still a nicer climate because it's still further up than the real murder states in the US.
I mean, I think Spain is like the equivalent of maybe the Carolinas, Baltimore-ish area.
There
Very
was-
hard to tell. There's a bit of an ocean, so
Also true. And the landscape is
But,
slightly different.
yeah. But,
Remember, guys,
okay.
it's cheaper to die here in Arizona. because, but
Okay,
I
this is
will
a
admit
good
that.
question.
Oh, yep.
Oh,
Yes.
Next question.
No,
yes.
go ahead. Finish your thought, Tia.
oh, anytime here in Arizona when it's it's here in the mountains. You do know that the desert does get immensely cold in winter, so that is one of the upsides of being here. Not in Phoenix, because it doesn't snow here in Phoenix. Go to Sedona or Pine if you want 3 feet of fluffy, powdery snow, because it's heaven.
It's like
Anyway,
it's like
continue.
going to Tahoe in Nevada. Like when you go anywhere down, you just get to Vegas, but Tahoe is like beautiful snow. But here's a question for Mr. Enigma. For all 3 of you, if on Halloween for only 1 year, your costume literally made you get the powers of the creature that you were dressed up as, what would that costume be, and what would you do while having that? Enigma wrote the question really weird. I'm sorry.
But yeah, we get the question, and we also get that somebody's a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And probably every other Halloween special with that idea.
Buffy, Halloween Town, Hocus Pocus. But yeah, so if you got a costume that gave you the powers of the thing that you were, or you turned into that thing, what would it be? And why?
I'm afraid that I would pull a Sanders. Like Sanders from Buffy tries to exactly, just in case this happens, be prepared. And everybody's like, oh, you're dressed up as a waiter. No, I'm a secret agent. I'm afraid that if I put on something, I don't know, a vampire coat or whatever, that then I turn out to be a monk or something, and then, like, no!
I'm a very simple woman. I'd be a vampire.
So,
Look.
So let's for simplicity.
No, I would be like a nice, svelte, like Elvira, sexy vampire. I'd be able to turn into a bat. I have all the powers that a vampire entails. I can hypnotize people with my eyes, and most people like making eye contact with me, so I have a good advantage. So,
what will you say? Blah blah blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Blah, blah. I do not go blah blah blah.
I don't even know where that comes from.
Maybe I'm picking vampire because I watched all 3 Hotel Transylvania movies recently.
Ah.
That's the point. But look, I think a vampire is just a good classic, and eventually, I don't go out in the sun anyway, so I would just be in the night. All the fun happens at night.
Oh,
So
hon, you're
that's
right.
me.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit,
Odie's
for me?
right. Odie's right. I'm already pale and enjoy messing with people's minds. Are you sure you're not a vampire already? I am Hungarian. There is probably a little bit of Romani blood in me. Who knows?
She's practicing.
Blah, blah, blah. I mean, maybe this white hair is actually the natural one, and I just decide not to dye it. Blah, blah, blah.
And don't they say that vampires are some of the most beautiful people?
Shut the fuck up, Tia. Like,
I mean, they literally sparkle in sunlight.
fuck up, Max.
Shout
You
out,
are-
shout out to Dominic Noble, who currently reviews all the Twilight books. Link below.
I hate the
Oh,
fact
man.
that the thing that I hate is that we have taken multiple pictures together that prove that you are not paler than me. I am paler than you, even though you live in the Central European country. And
I mean, my current lighting doesn't really confirm it, but yes, it's true.
I'm gonna have to compare
Okay,
myself to you two because I am probably the whitest person you'll ever know.
Oh no, the green
I
screen is
mean-
still on.
you are very pale for someone who actually has some kind of ethnic blood in her. So
It's the Irish, the little drop of Irish in me that just whitewashed me.
It's true though, right? It's true though. People have seen pictures of my dad, the Sicilian ass olive skinned motherfucker, but a little bit of Irish, and this happens. My fucking nephews are the same way because my nephew has a mom that's Puerto Rican and Italian. She's olive skinned, and her father's Irish, and he's as white as fuck. What the fuck is wrong with Irish people? We don't want to
The
be
only-
you.
The only darkest part of my body is literally my freckles. That's all I have, and I'm covered with them.
Yep, that too. So, but what about you, Tia? What monster would you like to turn into?
Do you really want to call her a monster?
What is it?
Gestures at Esme. Obvious
You would
choice.
turn into your fursona.
I would turn into my first Sona because I remember years ago I gave her the whole black blood power full moon. You turn into a whatever the fuck she is. But yeah, just going around as a giant fucking bunny fox would
Which
be
one? Oh.
terrifying to a lot of people, but fun for me.
Oh, so this
But-
one here.
It's what her fursona
Yeah.
is, isn't it?
Also,
Yeah,
what
bunny
what this little image is here too as well.
Yeah, the twerking profile picture. Yes.
That-
Yeah,
But
yeah, I commissioned
can I-
that a while
I mean,
ago.
it works.
But-
You already have the costume, so.
I do, but if I were to choose something that I don't already own, I would want to get a Spider-Man suit. Oh my lord. To be just that nimble and just... You know, I would actually get the Miles Morales suit because I want his powers, to be honest. Shocking,
I
invisibility,
mean, Miles has the
cloaking.
coolest power set because you can
He
get.
does.
That would be
Oh,
cool.
man.
Would you become gender bent? Because you turn into it, or do you just get the powers?
Yeah,
I have to read that question.
the question
again.
was, I believe, power specifically.
Okay, so if you got the
Powers.
powers. Okay, fine. You're not going to become Tia Spunky. I don't know what the gender bent
Tia
was.
Spunky.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
and I see. You also want to at the same time cover the before addressed perplexion or skinplexion issue.
Oh,
Complexion.
Shut up, Max.
You wanna. You're tired of being too Irish pale. You want to go Miles Morales.
the entire suit is just a dark chrome and just black everything. You take it off. Heavily
you
light
got
from my
the-
skin.
And hey, if you base it off the video game that's coming out, you'll get a cat.
Yes, I'm gonna carry a cat in the backpack while swinging between the rooftops.
Well, okay, that leaves you, Maxie.
Damn.
What
Yeah,
what would you get?
I should not have allowed the guest to go further former because now I'm feeling bad because those were good ideas. One, I also wanted to be like, hey, maybe just going furry, like having a fursuit and actually turning into an anthropomorphic with tail and everything.
Hell yeah!
But yeah, but now you are like, yes, actually into turning into a specific superhero or supervillain character would also be neato. But I'm afraid my creativity already ended up at the furry point, which you then also had. Which is why
So
you are the artist.
Would you get a Rocket Raccoon costume or something?
Dude, yes.
I would either go for my persona or maybe for something down the feline road. Because still, like, the jump, the agility, the climbing.
What? You don't think you'll have that agility as a ferret? Have you seen how graceful those creatures
Graceful.
Look, those things could probably fit through the hole the size of a quarter. I think that it's like a fucking
If he turned into a ferret, you'd be spending every day 24/7.
I mean, I do that with the ferret. I do that with the ferret puppet that I have in my room anyway. So, but there you go. There's your answers. Let's see. Let's just do a couple more. I am a great person asks, if you three were asked to put up a haunted house, what would each of you add in to spook everyone else? Okay, so let's say that we're all working together to make a haunted house. This is the Keymaxia big haunted house of spooks. So we are. Yeah, Denim, you could knit him tiny sweaters, and I could make him like little hats and stuff because I'm good at making little accessories. Oh, we'll make him the most well-dressed ferret.
Oh my god. I'll set up the camera.
You picked the wrong two people to have in your life, Max. But yeah, so yeah, but Keymaxia, which sounds like a bad like video game that YouTubers sponsor.
Let's make it.
Yeah, so each of us would get a room to spook people. What would your room be?
Oh my.
Tia, you go first. You're the guest.
Oh,
the awkward haunted
God,
house.
my creativity is just... You know, I am a fan of psychological horror, but I don't know how I would translate that into a room, to be honest. But knowing me, I'd cheap out on it. Projection screens, sounds, ambience of just the most unsettling sounds. I wouldn't know what, but
you stole mine.
Really? Oh,
partially mine
because
too.
Because mine was going to be a pure white room, so it's like sensory deprivation. And you know that sound phenomenon where the same note will play, but the mind interprets it as going higher and higher and higher and higher?
Yes!
That would be my room. And you have to try to find your way out. But there's no obvious door.
God.
So it's like an escape room, but all you're hearing is... So not a pure white room. Pure blackness. Pitch black. You have to find the door, and all you hear is... Just keep going higher and higher, and you can't make it stop.
Are you kidding? The audio in my room would be the fitness gram pacer test is the multi-stage.
Childhood memories. That's your room.
Childhood trauma. My room.
So.
Oh my god. You're so mature for your age. You're so mature for your age. Oh god. What about you, Maxie?
Yeah, so the thing is, what is currently, like, the spooks, what really, really gives you the freakouts?
Yes.
VR.
You would be the final room. Oh, a VR room.
But the thing is, the moment you put a VR goggles onto the people, it's just like, yeah, they know what they are up to. So the final room would basically be, or rooms, corridors, whatever, would be completely covered in screens. But people wouldn't know, so it's like they think it's a normal wall next to them because it currently displays a wall, but then all kind of spooky shit and shadows appearing and whatnot would happen in a way where, because they think they are in a normal room, but everything is screens, maybe some holograms. So trying to create a real-life VR spook experience.
Oh, that would be awesome. Like,
I'm sold.
You know what would be like the most personalized VR like room experience is if the person who scheduled the VR room for you is like your family and they can give you home videos and then the VR incorporates the home videos in some kind of way of it just getting this, because there is something eerie about watching stuff from your past. I always think like the most terrifying concept is watching memories burn. Like,
that grainy video filter, my dude.
Oh god. See, if you go to Keymaxania, we're going to give you the best horror experience personalized just for you. Afraid of spiders? We got them. Afraid of clowns? We got them too. Afraid of spiders and clowns?
Furries?
They got together. Afraid of furries? We got one right here.
True.
Not gonna lie, after Tia's Psycho Sounds and Key's Night Terrors, Max would fit with the visual overload. Visual overload. That's actually a good way to put it. Because if you have a bunch of screens and VR and it just we need to make a haunted house.
Please.
2021 haunted house VR. Give us money.
Oh man.
Here we go. Here's a simple one. Voice of Reason asks, what's your favorite horror-themed video game? You can't say Phasmophobia just because it's the most recent one you played, Max. I know you. Let's see. I play Among the Sleep. That one has still remained my favorite horror video game to date, which is about you being a toddler and you have to find your way across this nightmare land, and it's basically a giant allegory for your mother being an abusive alcoholic, and how they interpret that through the mind of a child, like a toddler, and everything is really poignant and really scary.
God damn, I'm getting flashbacks to watching people play that, and it's good. It's good stuff.
It's a good game. Very good. But that's mine. That one's a very simple answer for me. Did people expect me to see Five Nights at Freddy's?
Five Nights at Freddy's? But I as much as I love not atmospheric, like
immersive,
those kind of games, like free roam shit, like something like Outlast or something like that, I would have to say I'm more into the simple things. There was this one game that Markiplier played a while back. It was about like answering questions and having it fuck with your mind, and it was a Scott Watson test. I
gotta look
think
that
it
up.
was that, because it was a game that literally asks you questions and like, what are you afraid of? Are you alone right now?
Yeah, the Watson-Scott test.
Thank you. That stuff.
I like
if
that.
you're
I like that
alone
the
in
title
a
is
dark
called
room.
"Anxiety the Game."
Yes. Because when you're just sitting alone in a room answering questions, having these, it's completely quiet. They actually do play like little sparks of ambience and like a breath here, door opening over there. If your door's on the right side, it kind of doesn't work if the door is on your left and the sound is on the right. But
it's a thought that counts.
It's the thought that counts. That has to be one of the most
Was it Markiplier?
mind-fucky games.
Yeah,
I think it was Markiplier. Jacksepticeye might have played it too. He was actually one of the more fun ones to watch.
Wait,
another good horror game was one that Scary Game Squad played, which was all those like mini stories that you had to type in options for.
You mean? Oh yeah, that was actually my answer. Stories Untold.
That's it. I was trying to give you ideas.
Yeah, Stories Untold. No, I'm currently, because I already had my answer, I'm trying to now find Markiplier's game. So what's the name of the game?
The Watson-Scott test.
So not Anxiety the game.
No, that's what the precursor thing to it was. But the video is titled "How Long Will You Last?" The Watson-Scott test.
Psychological horror. I am a slut for that.
Yeah,
I think psychological horror is just a more respectable way of horror than, say, gore, you know?
Jump scares.
I mean, jump scares can work, but people have forgotten how to do build up to payoff to deserve a jump scare.
Exactly. The cheap jump scares have just really turned me off from like any kind of movie, because jump scare there, surprise, surprise. You're not scared, you're just surprised.
Old Nick Jump Scare had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
But yeah, I will link the Markiplier one down below. And you know what? I will also link Stories Untold from the Gary's Game Squad. I mean,
one day you have to play it. We've talked about the Stories Untold game so many times on Awkward over the years.
But I have already played it, so we would have to find somebody to play it with who has not played it and who is in the chair.
I haven't played it yet. I've only watched it.
Oh wait, but you also have it. Yeah, but if you have watched it, you have the same like me, then you cannot experience it anew. So we need to still find somebody who we can sit into the chair. And
hey Tia,
yes.
How would you like to join your Aunt Chrissy and Uncle A and Y on a fun video game journey?
Really, Auntie? Really, Uncle? I can join?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, into the basement you go. Come on now, kids.
Let's see.
I just imagine you like as a little stick figure with one of those little triangle faces that Maid draws, just getting thrown into a basement like. You got to draw that later, Tia. Demanding. But I think we're now at our last part of the evening, which is our funnest part. From Mystery Enigma, coming back in strong, saying, on all of the Hallows Eve, we watch movies and see specials of ghastly ghouls, devilish demons, and the like, with weirdly 2 spaces between and the. But who says that these beings can't be sexy and even dangerous to loot for? So get the lights dimmed and the candles lit for a phantasmic time of fuck, marry, kill, creepy creatures and evil entities. With werewolf, fish creature, and then in parentheses, as in they have a fuckable bottom. Thank you, Enigma. You know me well enough that I was going to ask about that. And vampire. If they should bite you, you do not turn to their species, or you can, I leave that up to you. Dread awaits you, and it will be quite the hollow experience in the spoopy version of sinister scenarios.
Why is he calling them creepy? They are all completely decent creatures.
I don't know. I mean, if he wanted to pick creepy, we could have gone with a lot more Eldritch Abominations. We could have picked the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
And these are the Ask Awkward tag?
Yeah, this is in Discord. This is in our Discord. At the end of each show, we do a fuck, marry, kill. And because it's so ridiculous.
Hey, Keyframe, you remember when we wanted to update our introduction video for our guests before this year started?
Yeah, good times, good times. I haven't told Ryan George about this either. So, anyways, Tia, you are our guest. Who would you fuck, who would you marry, and who would you kill? A werewolf, a fuckable fish creature, or a vampire?
Oh, man. Okay.
Just imagine all of these are different forms of doof. Like, this will help too.
God!
You have furry doof, you have bitey doof, and you have scaly doof.
You have the shape of doof.
Fuck. Let's see. I mean, vampire, if they're gonna bite me and I'm not gonna turn into them. Marry,
Is there a Y?
There's a Y?
Yeah, I mean,
Why won't
explaining
you?
why.
Please, let us know.
Yes,
Paint
why?
us a picture.
Vampire.
Why do you want to feel
doof.
this cold, not really properly blooded through peace there?
Vampires are able to spawn, so I feel like they can do something.
I mean, we have Twilight vampires versus traditional vampires, I guess. It's up to you to interpret as you want them.
Yeah, I'm imagining Vampire Doof is a traditional vampire. Blah, blah,
Oh,
blah.
definitely.
Blah, blah, blah.
Wait, can you get pregnant from a vampire?
I mean, I guess this is up to your interpretation, Tia. Can you,
Fuck.
or is it their sperm like bats? Like it doesn't compute.
If it's specifically about getting the offspring, then that can obviously count into your decision, like whose offspring you want to have, and then you fuck them. So
I am not pushing a watermelon out of my favorite hole. No, thank you.
Fair.
So let's just
fair.
assume that they're all. Let's just assume that they all are not. They are all infertile, just to make this easier for you.
Good, thank God.
But yeah.
Okay.
Fuck the vampire. Final answer.
You know what? I think I might change it to werewolf.
Oh my!
You want to get some of that furry fever.
Furry fever. Fuck the werewolf. They'll be a fuck buddy because.
I mean, I have been told they
small,
are a true
them
animal
big,
in the set.
I've got a thing for size, and you know what? The cuddle afterwards is gonna be nice and soft and
That's
fluffy.
a good point. That's a good point. Too bad we can't
Me
make it
small,
anymore.
them big. I love that. But okay, who are you gonna marry? The vampire or the fish boy?
Marry the vampire because we all know that small gremlins like me are definitely immortal. So forever, forever and ever.
A lasting partner, very.
You don't survive because they turned you into a vampire. You just vibrate so fast from your villainess that you live forever. You're an infinite source of energy. You just
the
become a
eons I
skeleton
create
when you're
around
older.
me, they keep me living by the vibrations.
It's like a
And,
cryogenic chamber, but living.
So, and you just kill the poor fish stick?
Yeah,
You're gonna make him
we'll
sushi.
eat him after. I'll get the
okay,
werewolf
he's
and the
there.
vampire over to eat it.
He's gonna.
He makes great
Oh
sushi.
no. Okay, Max, it's your turn. So she fucked the werewolf, so you lost your furry option. She married the vampire, and she killed the fish creature. So what's it gonna be for you?
Let's see. How do I lock keyframe in? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. If you didn't know, Tia, I always pick the last one, which has to be the final combo of options. So Max tries to make it the worst for me as possible.
Yeah, because we try to have exclusively original answers.
Yeah, this is a great game of bullshit. So go on, Max.
So
go on,
I will. I just at the end of the day, usually I just pick one answer and run the rest through. So yeah, I gonna fuck the fish people. Oh my god! Of course I fuck the fish person. How could I not? Undyne! Of course I'm going to fuck the fish person. Finally. Undyne.
I don't like how happy you were when you went through that mental gymnastic. But okay, so yeah, you fucked the fish person because Undyne.
Yeah.
Next is marrying.
Why do I not yet have Undyne on my wall there? I need fan art of Undyne one day.
We'll find an Undyne piece for you one day. But what's the?
So
well, I mean, I remember the Undyne pieces we saw at furry cons where usually they exaggerated certain features, which is not ideal.
Yeah.
Undyne is a very petite lady.
Yeah, she has an athlete build. She's not meant to have the badonkadonk the size of Timbuktu. But yeah, so what's your marriage option? Who are you going to take the hand in marriage?
And let's not even go down the lane of why does a fish person has boobs to begin with?
Let's not. Anyway, marriage.
Marriage. So, who is it then? It's for me. It would be the werewolf, wouldn't it?
Yep. You'll be
the werewolf.
Marrying the werewolf. I mean, that seems kind of name on the tin, furry. Yeah, you just have to. Can someone please clip Max screaming while going like this?
Why might I go for the werewolf?
Why would I go for the werewolf?
Yeah, and given that a werewolf also turns human during daytime, I can also do like normal interaction stuff, and then I have also the cuddle buddy that Tia already brought up, but every night.
Yeah.
And
yeah, there you go. And then you're gonna kill the vampire. Why are you gonna kill me? You're gonna kill the pale one.
It's just vampire. It's just so like. Once you got rid of zombies, vampire is the next overused one, and Twilight didn't help, and it's like.
Wow, man, your explanation is so eloquent. I'm glad that you brought all your energy into this one. I know that you took up so much of it realizing you could fuck the Undertale fish. But okay, so it's my turn. Okay, so you fuck the fish creature, she fucks the werewolf. Okay, I'm guessing I'm fucking Dracula. It's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, that would incriminate me too much. I don't know if I should continue that sentence. For people who know me and know the things I like, know the things I favorite for affinity, a vampire would be very applicable. Let's leave it at that. Shall we? I mean, I'm wearing black, so I guess I'm already fitting the... Also, vampires are great seductors. Like, if you watch any classic vampire movie, that's their shtick. They schmooze you. They dance with you in the moonlight before they get you. They wine and dine you. You know, that... That's something to respect. It's
get
a respectful fuck.
You get a lot out of that fuck. That's true. We never even thought about what the fuck usually comes with a little bit more extra. That's a good aspect. You made the fuck answer into the gold digger answer.
So wait, are you fucking Adam Sandler, says Odie?
No, I'm not fucking Adam Sandler. No, because the only other vampire in the Hotel Transylvania thing is Mavis or Mel Brooks, and I'm not fucking that. And I'm not. Believe it or not, people, I'm not gay. I don't know how many times I have to state that on this show. Way too many. But
hey, you can be straight and still be like, hey, I'd tap that.
I'm down to clown. But, okay, so I'm gonna fuck vampire. What does that leave me for marrying? I'm gonna marry the fish creature, I guess.
You are marrying the fish creature. You're welcome.
Well, I mean...
It could be worse.
I've seen The Shape of Water. You know, it's kind of it doesn't have to be like a giant fish head with human legs. It could just be a full, scaly person. That couldn't be the worst life to live.
That's what I was thinking, just a giant carp head on a pair of human legs.
It's like the reverse part of your world video on YouTube where the guy is just screaming while wearing the fish costume. And then he spits out a fork. But, no, if we're going with like an Aquaman-y kind of thing, it's a fish person. It could have connections to Atlantis. Oh, God.
Reverse mermaid.
Oh, my God.
No, if you could pick Undyne as your version of the fish person, I get to pick whatever I want.
Of course. But you
know what?
Reverse one.
You know what? We're going to just go with Undyne. I'll marry Undyne. So I get the royal guard, cool person. We already know she's into girls. So, and I think I'm attractive enough to attract Undyne, so I think it will work out. And we can be workout buddies and be buffed together.
I'm sorry I killed Undyne. And ate her.
Oh yeah, she killed Undyne and made her into sushi. You should be more mad at her.
At this point in time, it was not yet Undyne.
Hey, look, man, just because I'm married to Undyne doesn't mean I won't let you fuck her. Jesus, I'm not a prude. You should know that about me by now, dearie. Anyways, and I guess I'm going to kill the werewolf. I feel bad because it's like killing a dog.
Well,
you know what? Here's the thing. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find a really, really old werewolf and just say it's going to a farm.
Oh no.
And you know, and I'll take it out for some In-N-Out, some burgers, make it feel really good, and then we're just gonna take it to the vet on a full moon, and be like, it's going all over the floor. It can't go. I have to carry it outside now. It's getting too much.
I mean, maybe it helps
I'm gonna Marley and me it, man.
Maybe it helps you if you picture it like this.
What, Teen Wolf? No, I'm gonna picture the Big Wolf. I can't look at Teen Wolf without thinking of Big Wolf on Campus, which was this shitty Canadian sitcom that was basically Teen Wolf but in Canada, where Teen Wolf had to fight against vampires. Oh, it's so bad. But no, I'm gonna take Teen Wolf to the vet.
Yeah, I can see you killing that one. Take the shotgun outside.
Now, I'm not gonna yeller it. I'm not a monster from the 50s. I'm a modern monster from the 2020s. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
So, Tia, how did my answers make you feel? Did they make you feel a certain emotion of unease?
Fuck you.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random grabs. Time for awkward. It's the awkward. awkward. Random guests and funny gags on the AWKWARDcast. Artwork and analysis, which you do not want to miss on Awkward.